Morning, everybody. Morning.
It's good to see everybody out this morning. I hear there's an announcement of some kind going on. Yeah, good morning. I'm Brian Davis. I'm one of your Scioto County Commissioners. And what an exciting day as we celebrate this momentous occasion. Today will be the beginning of a new beginning and rebirth for the city of Portsmouth and Scioto County and many other communities along the Ohio River. Many months of work have culminated in what is happening here this morning. I want to welcome our distinguished guest. There are so many here this morning. I'm not even going to try to go over this list, but welcome all of you for being here this morning. I want to especially welcome the governor of the great state of Ohio, Mike DeWine. Lieutenant Governor John Husted. The Ohio Department of Development Director Lydia Mahalik. The Director of the Governor's Office of Appalachia, John Kerry. Where did he go? There he is, over there. State Senator Terry Johnson. State Representative Justin Pizzulli. State Representative Adam Byrd is in the house. And many, many others that are here this morning, commissioners, councilmen, mayors, thank you for being here. These public servants are fantastic, and they love Southern Ohio. So give them a big hand. So with no further delay, somebody clap there. I wish to introduce to the podium a man who has poured his heart into his position as governor of Ohio. He has been a friend of Southern Ohio for many, many years, having helped secure funding for many projects, and he has worked diligently to prosper our people in so many ways. He has proven himself a strong leader during difficult and good times, and has always been available to listen and act on our needs. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my high honor to introduce to you Governor Mike DeWine.
Thank you. Brian, thank you very much. Well, it's always good to be in Portsmouth. The sun is out. It's a beautiful day. It's all good. So my day started early today. We got a call about 3 o'clock this morning that our daughter was getting ready to go to the hospital. And so Fran went over to take care of their son. And about 4 o'clock, we had grandson born this morning. So we're happy about that. Don't know the name yet, so we're waiting for that. So anyway, started off as a very exciting day. Look, it's good to be back in Portsmouth. Good to be in Scioto County. About 2 years ago, Lieutenant Governor and I made an announcement. We came here, we made an announcement, and we had a proposal for the General Assembly. And our idea was, as I told members of the legislature, that we needed really to invest a significant amount of money in our Appalachian counties. And they said, well, how much? I said, well, I think about $500 million is what we really need to do. And fortunately, they agreed with that. And so we just appreciate their support very, very much. The idea was, and frankly, the main idea was that we wouldn't make the decision in Columbus about how money would be spent, that we would rely on the local communities to do this. And it's been my feeling for many, many years that, some of our greatest assets in this state are first the Ohio River and other rivers and waterways all over the state. We have 32 Appalachian counties, and this money is dedicated to these counties. So we worked with the General Assembly, 32 Appalachian County region, and again, I want to thank Terry Johnson. I want to thank Justin Pizzulli as well, Adam Byrd, and the other members of the General Assembly. They represent you very, very well. They are adamant about, and sometimes pretty aggressive, about saying, do not forget Southern Ohio. And so we appreciate their work. They've been great, frankly, great to work with. We ask for ideas from the local communities. And frankly, we ask for big ideas. We wanted things that would be transformative, things that would actually make a very, very significant difference. I first kind of fell in love with the Ohio River a number of years ago. My parents had what kind of passed for a houseboat. It was kind of an old trailer put on something that would float, but we had a great time, and it was based in Higginsport. And so we kept it in Higginsport, and we'd drive down from Yellow Springs, and even got my girlfriend Fran down there sometimes on the houseboat, and it was just, we had a great time as a family. And so just fell in love with the river. And as Fran and I have traveled over the years, from one river community to the other, we've just seen the beauty again of the river. But we also were told by people in local communities that we'd like to do more with the river. We would like for it to be more of the community. We'd like to have it as an opportunity to really get more tourists to come to this area, but also for our own people to really use the river. And so that's really what the announcements today is all about. I want to thank John Carey. John was introduced a moment ago, as well as Lily Mahalik. The two of them, John heads up our Appalachian Commission. He is someone who really understands the river. He understands this part of the state. He's done a great job. Lydia's done a great job as well. And, as I said, we paid particular attention to proposals from communities located on the river and on our lakes. So we're here today. Scioto River comes into the Ohio River, a place that has had great historic significance. I'll just deviate for a moment. We now have 75 state parks in the state of Ohio. We're going to have our 76th state park that's going to open up in June. It's actually in my home county of Greene County. But there's a lot of the history between Greene County and Scioto County that is very, very similar. And one of the commonalities is the Shawnee Indians. And, they were, as you all know, they had a lot of encampments here on the Scioto, but they also were in the Little Miami River. And we're opening this new state park. We're calling it Great Council State Park to really, for the first time, focus on that part of our history. The pioneers coming out at the same time. The Native Americans were here as well. So we're very excited about that. Now let me get back to the announcement today. So today we're announcing here in Portsmouth a promise that we made to really pay attention to our rivers and pay attention to our Appalachian communities. So today I'm announcing an award of $34.2 million to Portsmouth. And what this will do so, all right. So this is your plan. This is your plan. And with the help of the legislature, we're funding it. And we're funding it because we believe in you. We believe in your vision for Portsmouth. We believe in your vision for Scioto County. Let me just go through some of the highlights. First, the construction of a new amphitheater honoring famed opera singer and Portsmouth native Kathleen Battle. Second, a makeover of Alexandria Point Park to add a fishing pier, an overlook to give visitors a spectacular view of where the Ohio and the Scioto meet. 3, a new street art project, plaza, and campground. 4, Doyle's Landing boat launch will be significantly enhanced, and new pathways for walking, biking, running along the river will be installed to attract visitors and just make it a better place for everyone to live. These and other projects will not only add to the quality of life for those living here, but they will also boost the Scioto County economy as more visitors recognize Portsmouth as really just a wonderful go-to place for outdoor recreation. Let me go back for a moment. Prior to today, we've announced around $300 million in Appalachian Community Grant funding to do other things, to increase access to health care, to provide better workforce training, to revive historic downtowns, and finally to attract visitors to learn more about the history and culture of this great region of the state. Now back to this grant. The grant you're receiving is part of what we're calling, we kind of dream up these names, but anyway, this is what it is, Ohio's Wonderful Waterfronts Initiative. Ohio's Wonderful Waterfronts Initiative, because we believe in our communities along the Ohio River. Let me, in total today, we're announcing $150 million in grants, 21 separate projects, 12 separate counties, and that includes Ripley and Higginsport in Brown County, as well as New Richmond in Claremont County. Representative Byrd made sure that we got those and made sure that we took care of that part of the community as well. Let me now turn to Lieutenant Governor John Husted, who has been my partner for the last 5.5 years, and who was really instrumental in envisioning this dream that we have for our Appalachian communities. John?
Thanks, Governor.
John.
Well, it will be hard to top that, won't it? Governor DeWine has been such a champion and leader to make sure that this day happened. You will never know how much it took to get to this moment and how he continued to push the team to get this done. So how about another round of applause for Governor DeWine? So the Ohio River has been an essential part of human history for all of North America. When you really look at its significance in history, it has been a source of navigation and trade for the Miami, the Shawnee, and the Iroquois, and later for European settlers, where they hunted and fished and traded agricultural products. It's been a big deal for a long time. It served as the boundary and border for many states and the creation of the Northwest Territory. It has been a significant part of our nation's history. It became a vital artery for the Industrial Revolution. To think of the history and the importance that this river had in shaping the very America that we live in today. It's always been vital to commerce and economic opportunity. And we've looked at it through that lens for most of our history here in America. And times change, and the Ohio River has marked those times and those changes. Today, we hope to mark a new era for the communities along the river and across southern and eastern Ohio. We live in an unprecedented era of innovation right now. The things that are changing in our society that have been driven by innovation have never so aggressively arrived than they are doing so today. And it's also a time when people and talent are more important than ever. People and talent being the essential element to innovation. To attract people to the community, to attract people and provide for these communities, there is a demand from the people that live around this world to live in a place that has a high quality of life, that has the things that they desire, that make it a community where they want to live. And they want things to do, places to explore, experience to have and to remember. And the communities that can provide these experiences will be the communities that attract these people, the talent and tourism, and the prosperity that follows all of it. And that's exactly what I believe, that's why I believe the announcement that we're making today matters so much. 17 riverfront communities, Beverly, Portsmouth, Marietta, Gallipolis, Sardis, Higginsport, Ironton, South Point, Burlington, Ripley, Racine, Proctorville, New Richmond, Pomeroy, McConnellsville, Middleport, and Zanesville. Yes, the tributaries are involved in this too. Look at all of those. Look at all of the places, those 17, those 12 counties, 19 communities, and 17 projects. Look at the vast expanse of change and positive environments that are being created in those communities that will make them more attractive to people, that will improve the quality of life, giving them things to explore, experiment, and to create memories. The things that they will be able to do there, as Governor mentioned, outdoor parks, recreational amenities, walking paths, new riverfront murals, amphitheater, fishing pier. Fishing, by the way, catching some big fish in Claremont County these days, right? Yeah. And those are as the governor knew, I would throw something in about fishing into this conversation today, but it's amazing to think what the future can be for these communities because of this investment. And it doesn't happen by accident. It happens when we decide to make it a priority, when we come together and collaborate with the administration and the legislature, and then communities have a vision, and they have a plan, and they have people that come together and decide that we want to be what is next. And this announcement today will help make sure that that happens. I'm excited to see what happens in all of these communities over the next decade after these investments are put in place, because they will become more attractive to the people who live there, to the young people that graduate from your high schools, to the businesses that decide where they want to invest, because they know that these communities have become better places to live, work, raise a family. And so this is what the hope is. This is the why. This is the aspiration for why these investments are made. And we will continue to make Ohio the heart of it all, from the river to the lake, and make sure that we are indeed the future of prosperity for the Midwest. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. Now I would like to introduce a gentleman who just learned that he's got a lot more work to do here in the next few years, and that's Sam Sutherland, the city manager of Portsmouth. Sam?
I don't know about everybody else, but my heart is about to come out of my chest here in that news. Thank you, Governor DeWine, for this unprecedented and historic opportunity. This monumental grant will transform the city of Portsmouth's riverfront and downtown, which we otherwise would not likely see in our lifetime without your vision for Appalachia, Ohio. Outdoor recreation and tourism is a leading attraction for Southern Ohio, and this project will allow Portsmouth to create authentic experiences by showcasing our natural resources and cultural heritage. This investment will create space for future concerts, festivals, and other events in our city and along the Great Ohio River. Riverfront and downtown revitalization will not only serve the citizens in the city and Scioto County, but also our businesses by boosting visitor spending and ultimately attracting more people to live, work, and play in Portsmouth and Scioto County. On the local end of this project, I want to extend buckets full of appreciation to Tracy Shear. She put a lot of work into this project. I also want to thank the folks from Lawrence County Community Action. They were the lead applicant in this, and I know Tracy worked with these ladies a lot of effort put into this, and we couldn't be more proud of that effort. So with that, again, thank you, Governor DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Husted, Ohio Development Director Liddy Mahalik, the Director of Governor's Office of Appalachia, John Carey, for this remarkable investment in the city of Portsmouth. And I will close it out by saying, folks, I'm pumped.
Well, we're pumped up too. Let me introduce someone who's always pumped up. Director Liddy Mahalik, come on up. Former mayor, knows how to deal with local community and how to spend money and all kinds of things. So,
Ask my husband. I definitely know how to spend money. Yeah. Thank you. Wow. Well, thank you very much, Governor. Good morning, everyone. What a great way to start a week, right? Well, thank you so much for joining us here. I think it's always interesting when we've done these over the last couple of days because we ask people to show up, but they're not really sure what they're showing up for. And when they get here, they're really happy. So that's good. As being a former mayor myself up in Northwest Ohio, I know how much it takes to put into these projects. I know how hard it is to deliver these things on time. So I want to just give a shout out to the local communities, including Mayor Charlotte Gordon. Thank you very much for being here today. I have an opportunity to spend a ton of time in our local communities across the great state. And what's really nice about my job is that I get to visit, you tell me about what your hopes and dreams are, and most of the time, well, first of all, they're never this big or this grand, but most of the time we are able to help make those dreams a reality. We figure out the right combination of total targeted investment or financial support in order to help clear the way for incredible progress. And every single one of those little stories has the opportunity to change the life for a family or a business or a community. But today, we are absolutely changing the future of an entire region for hundreds, maybe thousands of families and communities and businesses across the state. You've just heard firsthand about the defining investment that will happen here in Portsmouth, and of course there are other communities as well across the Appalachian region. But what's truly remarkable about this culmination is that you have a vision, a grand vision, and a vision that has been crafted by local leaders. One that not only honors what has already been here, but also dares to dream incredibly big for the future. And you asked them to do that, Governor, and they absolutely have delivered. And you're not just talking the talk, right? You're rolling up your sleeves, you're figuring out how to take concrete steps in order to build a brighter tomorrow for everyone in these communities. And I know Director Carey and I have had a lot of conversations about these projects, and it's really hard for us not to get a little emotional about it because we see the promise. So I can only imagine what you are feeling here today. And what's happening here in these local communities is really an inspiring example of what happens when passion meets purpose. And I am so incredibly proud to be able to be a part of it. $152 million investment in waterfront development around the region. It's absolutely record-breaking, and it's really exciting to be a part of it. Here in Portsmouth, that means big-time redevelopment, from improving sidewalks adding clear signs to sprucing up streetscapes and gateways. You are truly creating stronger ties between the heart of Portsmouth and its beautiful riverfront and its parks and historic sites. But the revitalization effort will also showcase the inherent beauty of a riverfront with an amphitheater and more walking paths and more murals and a fishing pier. What could be more complete without a fishing pier? But this project isn't just about giving the city a facelift. It's about building a brighter future for every single person here in Appalachia. And the projects that we're announcing today are really breathing some new life into communities, and they're driving generational change. They're the result of countless hours of collaboration, where leaders have come together to really brainstorm these projects and come up with solutions that are facing our local communities. The governor talked about that. And honestly, you've unlocked the secret. So congratulations on that. The recipe for genuine, tangible change that leaves a lasting and positive impact on every person, every business, and every town in Appalachia is collaboration. Those that collaborate best win, someone once told me. So I want to thank you, Governor, for your vision for this incredible program, for an Ohio where no matter where they're from, everyone can live up to their full potential. I want to give a special credit to Director Carey and his team with our Governor's Office of Appalachia. They have been working so hard over the last couple of years to really bring this program to a fruition, and what's really nice about it is Appalachia's their home too, and they're committed to working tirelessly to help transform it. And of course, finally, to all of our local communities, every single one of you, thank you for imagining what this region can be and for stepping up with the courage and vision and a real sense of duty to create an incredible future for our state. I'm so excited to come back here in a couple of years and celebrate it again with you all. So thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of this.
Howdy. What a wonderful day. Listen, the thing that was really emphasized here was cooperation, collaboration. Rather than thinking about Scioto County, we're thinking about Lawrence County, we're thinking about all the way up the river. And as many of you know, my district actually goes all the way over to Cincinnati. So this 14th District Award is amazing. So it's going to help Higginsport, which is a wonderful little place. Ripley, which is a part of our Underground Railroad history. And I just got to recommend a book to everybody, The Pioneers by David McCulloch. It talks about when we first came over the mountains, it's a tough journey to get over those mountains, but Ohio and Kentucky were impenetrable. No one could get through that wilderness without the Ohio River. So it emphasizes the Ohio River, the history of the Ohio River. It was the interstate highway of that time. The Northwest Ordinance that allowed all this to happen, one of the most significant things it did was it prohibited slavery in this area. So north of the Ohio, there was no slavery. Hence, the Underground Railroad, that's so much a part of our history. Ripley has done a wonderful job bringing that out, and I think this is really going to make it so that everyone in America and indeed around the world can come and visit a place like that. But you know what? Portsmouth had a wonderful Underground Railroad history also. We've got to emphasize this. No slavery, true freedom, and people that want to detract from the America that we are today by saying there was once slavery. We got rid of it and we banned it north of the Ohio River. We have a great deal of history to be proud of here. Interstate highway, well, that's another thing to come. Hopefully we get that massive centerpiece. Y'all call it the Portsmouth Bypass. I call it by its name, the Southern Ohio Veterans Memorial Highway. That's a centerpiece that we were able to obtain. We're going to develop an interstate highway through this region, and we're going to breathe life into everything. I can't thank enough the people working at the township, village, city, and county levels, cooperating with the state. And I've got two former state legislators here, people that have worked and know what we do in that arena. They appreciate the process of being on a team. And I thank you very much. Director, thank you so much. John Kerry, one of the most unassuming people I've ever met, and one of the most influential, former mayor of Wellston. God bless you, sir, and God bless all of you.
It's great to be in Portsmouth, Comeback City, USA. I'll be quick. We don't want to come between y'all and the giant check coming up here. I know usually it's you don't come between a crowd and a free meal, but we don't have any food today. But anyway, I am so excited for this. If you were involved in the grant writing process, would you all please stand up and let's give them a big round of applause. Tracy, you all. These folks spent countless hours, sleepless nights, working on this project, and we thank them for all that they've done. This day is really about them. Southern Ohio is so close to our hearts. We've been through some tough times, so let's just show some Southern Ohio hospitality today to our governor and our lieutenant governor, and thank you for giving us the hope for the next generation of Southern Ohio. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Governor, for the opportunity to share your stage today. And I can remember when the governor mentioned his willingness to invest in Appalachia at a State of the State address a couple of years ago. And I remember jumping out of my chair and applauding that message. And to see that manifest itself today in this award announcement really means a lot. And so what brings out all of the village council, New Richmond, village council, mayor, stand up here. I want New Richmond. This is awesome for the village of New Richmond. I'm so happy. So happy. Thank you guys for coming out and being a part of this. The county commissioners of Claremont are here. Claremont County commissioners and their staff. Can you guys stand up, please? Stand up, guys. This is big for Claremont County, really. The Brown County commissioners are back here. Brown County commissioners, can you stand? And this is big. Thank you. And of course, the village of Ripley is here. Higginsport, nothing tells your girlfriend that you're serious like inviting her to a houseboat in Higginsport. So let that be a lesson to you. Thank you so much, Governor. Really appreciate it.
Got to tell stories, don't we, huh? There you go. Yeah, well, we've been married 57 years, so I guess it's working. I don't know. Something's working anyway. Well, thank you all very much. What we're going to do for the media, we'll have a, quote, gaggle, which Jill's going to be where? That way. And so you all can go there. Jill, the actual release will go out 11:30 this morning, so the press will get the whole, you'll get the whole list, kind of all along the river. We've got more for the northern part later this week, but that we'll do that. And then I think before we do the gaggle, let's do some pictures up here. So maybe start with Scioto County, and then go Claremont, Brown, and we'll get some pictures. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.